Hello everyone, welcome to a new live stream for the Sunday. Nice to see all of you guys. So we're gonna do the special request from yesterday and some special requests from today, of course. Welcome all of you, Joe and Dubai Fitness. Nice to see you guys, the latest trends. Barbaros and MT, nice to see all of you guys. So, what we're gonna do today with this live stream is just special requests. Of course, we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin and also XMR Monero because, of course, I mentioned this one yesterday. And yeah, after the live stream, we saw a very nice move toward the upside, and we're still looking, of course, for the halfway right now. Probably we might continue, so we're gonna see. Hello KG. Unfortunately, I cannot attend the live stream, amigo, but I will rewatch it. Thanks for your analysis. Take care. Thank you, Joel, and thank you for being here. No worries, buddy. Just take care of yourself. Of course, we all have things sometimes to attend. Also, enjoy your weekend as well. Yeah, so Dubai Fitness, hello, hello. Please do ADA. Yes, we can do ADA. Is it already there? It is already there from yesterday, actually. So we have it. Yeah, so actually, I didn't skip it because it is just like the long list. So it is still there for today. Yes, for ADA. Salgo, Algo. This is $1 there. Okay, algorithm. Right, we can put this there also, Algo. For Dubai Fitness, latest trend XVG. All right, XVG. You're gonna see what is it. Hello, Barbaros. Afternoon, MT and Dubai Fitness. We have already a long list, buddy. So I'm very sorry, but maybe I take vet from your, yeah, from your pick up here. So yes, maybe Polygon also is interesting, but yeah, I mean we'll see if we have more time. AVAX for MT and yep. So let's start, guys. Ben, welcome, buddy. Yes, we will not let you wait more than this. Let's start with a Bitcoin at 12 minute here. And for Bitcoin, of course, we saw on the 1 hour chart today some movement toward the upside. We can see clearly that we still in the range here of this triangle potentially here. So basically, within this triangle, we cannot yet confirm something bullish, of course, because we still corrective anyway from the beginning of this correction after this low. Now, might be the situation here, of course, that you might still be in a corrective wave for a wave 4, which it might be, probably can be, of course, an ABC or W, X, and a Y. The wave Y might be a zigzag here as well, one more move. But to get to this scenario first, we need to invalidate the triangle. So by invalidation of this triangle here, we might, of course, start to think for a little bit higher. And if we move really higher and we take the 106K 500, then okay, we start to switch for something bullish here. So before the 106K 500, we cannot say bullish, but we can say, okay, there is some rally here that it might happen. It can be, of course, the diagonal for an AB and a C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, where you might have, of course, a diagonal, ending diagonal, and then dropping down. So many possibilities are still there, whether ABC or WX and Y. It can be a single impulse toward the upside and then dropping down, or it can be, of course, several impulses in a form of an ending diagonal. Before the 106K, meaning if the price stays below this range, we might still, of course, drop toward the downside. If we take this price, yes, the possibilities start to aim for higher prices from there. So to be watched, of course, the 106K 500. Yep, so this is regarding Bitcoin on the micro level. Nothing has changed so much from yesterday analysis, and that's why I did nothing today. But if you want, we can dive a little bit with the indicators here. So for the indicators, if we take a look at them, because we didn't do the indicator analysis today, I left it for the live stream. So basically, we are on the daily on the bottom here, right? So we didn't yet took exactly the oversold area, and that means, of course, yeah, we might have one more drop, and by hitting the oversold area in the daily, well, most likely, of course, that we might rebound toward the upside. Okay, so this might be interesting, unless, of course, it's gonna be bearish and it's gonna dive deep in the oversold area. Yeah, so uh, basically, it's very rare to see it, right? It's very rare to see it for Bitcoin to really range for a longer time in the bearish or in the oversold area, not like the overbought, right? So we see much more timing ranging inside the overbought rather than the oversold, right? So every time, mostly in Bitcoin, we can see a direct spike and, of course, a direct move toward the upside. And this is very expected, to be honest, still, unless, of course, we dive very deep, but I doubt it, guys. So I doubt it. The bottom here might be very close. And that means, of course, it might unfold our bullish scenario here on the daily, which is the ending diagonal, right? The ending diagonal, which it is a wave 4 currently in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So is this wave 4, we might, of course, one more drop, one more low, and we might move towards higher prices with a wave 5, 147. So very likely that this might happen, guys. Very likely we have to keep it in mind that this is to be watched there. Yeah, so for this week. Yep, so this is regarding the most important, I would say, signal here for Bitcoin. Now we see also here a bullish divergence as well for Bitcoin, as you can see it somehow starting to create some diversions, right? But yeah, I think that one more low based on Elliott wave, one more low is still there. Yeah, it still can be taking place over there. On the 1 hour chart, we're getting closer also for the overbought, but we didn't took the high even yet. All right, so this is also kind of like signal, but yeah, we're gonna see on the 15-minute chart you are already in the overbought area without taking the high yet. Okay, so basically the things are still, of course, looking for something lower prices, but we are very, very close, I would say, for a potential bottom here to reverse toward the upside. All right, so that was it for Bitcoin, guys. I'm not gonna dive so much deep into it. So this is, I think, the most clear thing right now that we need to know about Bitcoin. So for Monero as well, very interesting coin, as I mentioned yesterday. It is one of the best performing right now. And as we can see yesterday after the live stream, I mentioned we were here in the live stream yesterday somewhere. And I mentioned, of course, that this is a very, very nice opportunity for Monero to take. And yesterday night, we took over 34% almost. Very nice for Monero. Now, is this is a top for Monero? Well, I think not yet. Of course, I mean, of course, we're gonna retrace a little bit, but in general here, we're still looking for this target. Yeah, we're still looking for the blue box here, which it is a leading diagonal potentially here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. So I'm still looking for this area. Potential $600 might be very likely here, and we are already halfway to it from just yesterday move. So this 35 almost percent is just from yesterday candle. And I believe that we still, of course, moving toward the upside. And of course, despite here the RSI is in the overbought area, I think that we're gonna range a little bit inside it before we drop down. Also, the MACD line is open with the signal line, which is very nice with a bullish cross here on the weekly and on the daily as well. The same. Now, of course, this is very, very strong, right? And inside the overbought area, but I believe it's gonna range inside it, and that means, of course, we might see some higher prices for Monero. Very interesting, and yeah, so we're gonna watch this one as well. We'll see. But very nice opportunity from yesterday. If you took this, of course, I knew some people from Discord who took it, and of course, that's nice to know, guys. All right, so that is regarding Monero. We're gonna watch it as well. KUSAMA. This one also from our Discord. We'll see what is it, if something can be trusted or not. But here we go, KUSAMA, right? Okay, already looking weak. Okay, so sorry, buddy. This is not a good one to take a look at it. I think, let me just check if it is the all-time history, but I think even, okay, very few platforms support it, so not trusted at all. Sorry, buddy. For COTI or COTI, all right, let's use this one. And USD, all right, we did this before, obviously. Okay. So yeah, so we have here kind of like a W, X, and a Y even extended. The X is still extended here. Obviously that, yeah, this is not what we are looking for here for higher yet, because we were looking here after a W potentially, because of course you have three ways here, zigzag. And three ways down, it was supposed to be finished and done. And we were looking for something here as a wave Y. Now, obviously, by taking here the invalidation somehow on the all-time history, we see, of course, a drop down again. So basically, we see a new low in an X here is taken. Now, it can be, of course, ABC expanding flat, yes, for a wave Y. It still can be, of course, like three ways up, three ways down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this can be possible. I would like to put here maybe our wave Y as WX and a Y. Here we go. This might be your target. And yeah, so if we are looking also at the 1.618 as wave C expanding flat, here we go. Yeah, so you got, of course, a confluence here in this area with a 0.618 of a wave Y and the 1.618 here. Yeah, so 0.5, which is also very psychological. Okay, thank you for the hearts, guys. Was a little bit what's going on there. All right, so so we are looking here for 1.618 into the zero point 0.5 as well, fib level for the wave Y. So that is a very, I mean, it's a nice opportunity, because in both case scenarios here, you might, of course, shift towards the upside. But what is important, of course, is to be sure that you have finished the structure there. And so this is what is also very important. Now, as a structure here, you see three waves, right? But basically, if this is a kind of like also a very complex structure inside it, that, yeah, that is a little bit hard to say that it is finished, yeah, in the three waves like this. So we gotta be careful. Now we see, of course, a pump here toward the upside. It can be something new, something like a 1-2, and you're moving toward the upside, or ABC. Now this is kind of, you can call this a finished impulse. Be careful. Yeah, so it can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished, and you drop down. And yeah, on the 1 hour chart, if this is an impulse downward, well, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 5. So be careful. It is also impulsive. It is very likely as well that you did not yet finish, okay, the drop down. Probably one more low, or to finish at least here kind of like a nicer structure in 5 waves. That will be preferable. So these are the update for COTI. Basically, general target, yes, it should move for higher. I mean, but maybe one more low on the micro level, but on the macro level, it is nice. Okay, it can be nice thing. All right, so let's see with we are looking for it at 24 minutes. So for WIF, let's see what happened to WIF here. So we are looking at, here we go. All right, guys. So for WIF, we have anyway wave A or wave W. All right. So we have one of the three waves there, finishing wave A or W, and we have, of course, a three waves down. Right. This wave took the low somehow. Okay, but I think that we will not take it again. Okay, I don't think that we're gonna take the low here. I think it can range. Of course, we need the time here as 3 waves down, and I think that something else here can be unfolding to finish up in a bigger WX and a Y. This Y in a wave B probably, and then X for a wave Y after. And that means, of course, something like that it should come to this part here of time, right? Whatever structure you get, it's going to be very complex because it is already complex, okay? And especially with this wick. So it's all about time right now. And if this is going to transform to a W, X, and a Y, I think the wave Y, if this is 3 wave, it can be 3 waves up and then moving down. It can be triangle and then moving down. So this structure here, that it should finish at least 3 waves for a wave Y, still need at least to range until here. This finish there has to be something impulsive or motive wave, meaning diagonal or an impulse downward, preferably to take the 0.618 time. Now, on the lower time frame, if we take a look closer here, you are in a kind of an impulse. You have 5 ways up for 1, 2, and potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can be very likely. But as I mentioned, that probably it can be, of course, something for longer later on, meaning 3 ways up and then dropping down after it. Confirmation for bullish, well, we need a lot here to be really bullish. First, confirmation for higher prices before bullish is there. And that means, of course, if you take this price, you might be in an ABC zigzag. If we take the 1-to-1 Fib level and we break it, then okay, we are bullish, meaning we're looking for a new all-time high. But we gotta be careful from a reversal there later on. But on lower time frame, you have the possibility, yes, to move for higher. Okay, yeah, until confirmation for higher, and it might be kind of like moving even much more higher. Yeah, so especially if breaking this high there. But still too early, I would say, to say yes, we're moving for a new all-time high in a very bull run or bullish scenario. Okay, probably it can be, guys, but we need to take it step by step. So as you know, like when this happens, you can start your entry. Of course, no financial advice. You can start with your entry, but risk management. This is the idea, right? So have a risk management for it in case, and of course a target, and maybe I don't know, TP1, TP2, so far. Yeah. So this is the thing. Like when I do the analysis, of course I don't give always how to do strategies and so on, because it becomes like kind of financial advice. But the idea is that you have to think about what the analysis can tell us, and from that point, then you have to find, of course, a risk management and strategy. But it's a good opportunity, I would say. It's not bad at all. All right, let's see ICP, one of the allergic coins for me. Allergic. Because ICP dot and CRV. Oh my God, yes. Not yeah, of course it's gonna pump. But why I'm allergic to it? Because again, like dropping from very huge amount, $600 to $1. That's why I'm allergic to it. And dived already impulsively, meaning the market is downward, which is not nice. However, if this is an ABC, I was expecting, of course, this diagonal. Now we took the low, which is the lowest low ever, right, at $2, and we pump upward, right, which is understandable, of course, understandable. But would it survive? This is a question. Would it survive? Would it sustain as bullish, or to take the highs again? And I don't know, is coming if it will come back there. But it's a nice pump. I think it is a nice. I mean, this is what I was expecting as a low. In case we finish here ABC and this is your ending diagonal, this is clearly taken, and we move for higher. Now this pump here inside it, what I don't like in it that it looks already like three waves here. So a little bit scary, I would say. But also you can call it kind of like diagonal, probably as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the wave 4 is not really interfering with zone 1, which is not also good for diagonal. And this looks like an impulse, honestly. Wave C, meaning A, B, and a C. So a little bit question mark here. How we got, of course, a potential wave 3 there. So yeah, the things of course are good. Now our target has been hit, the blue box nicely hit as expected for a wave B. Now the three waves are already there, so that means if you are in ABC, it is already there. On the daily, obviously, if this will be an impulse, so it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It is if it is a W, X, and a Y, and be careful, it might be because you have the three waves here, three ways down, three ways up. So be careful from a W, X, and a Y that it might happen. Okay, so if we also analyze here inside it, so we have an impulse 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, A, B, and a C. Interesting. So if this is an ABC, well, you can expect even higher still. You still can expect higher. However, let's say this is kind of like wave 1 here. You cannot really see exactly what's going on 100%, and that is gonna be a wave 1, and this is your wave 2. Now, if you have a wave 4, you're expecting, of course, a deep correction a little bit, because the wave 2 is, of course, flat here. You didn't dive very deep, and it is long in time. So I think we need kind of like a zigzag here before continuation toward the upside. But basically, the count that it says here, like an ABC expanding flat, is very, very interesting. Yeah, like I'm wondering if this is an expanding flat would continue for higher, then it messed up also more, because you start to get confused. If this is your wave 4 and this is your wave 2, they don't alternate, meaning this structure is different than this structure, and it make it a WX and a Y. Probably the wave Y is gonna be longer. So yeah, very interesting. And that means even a wave Y can move for higher, right? It can be a zigzag. So which is very bullish as well. Interesting. We're still corrective. This is what I'm saying. We're still corrective in the top, despite that we are deep, but it can go complex, right? Just for timing for a wave 2 here, 3, 4, and a 5. But yeah, don't forget the WX and a Y with this scenario. Now, key level to be bullish here is, of course, taking this high. Very simple. Breaking the blue box, breaking the 0.38, and this is your confirmation for higher prices. Of course, once you are out of this bound, you're free to go. Very simple, because it's gonna be three ways down, and if this is gonna moving up impulsively, because anyway, if we come to this area, this is definitely an impulse. Therefore, okay, you're free to go. It might be, of course, a zigzag, and especially if you are an impulse, it might be a zigzag for a new high, maybe. Nobody knows. So this might come back to, of course, our listing, because I see nice pump. But if we don't see continuation from there, well, I'm gonna still allergic to it. Okay, but it might come back to our listing. It looks good right now. Honestly, to be honest, it looks good. I cannot say no. SAPIEN USD. All right. Okay, this one is very new, of course. Not trusted, and also be careful. Yeah, so it's new. So guys, I mean, I know you don't want to, of course, like risk your capital for such a chart, okay? Right now, of course, you can have risk management based on the chart, but this is not really good. Yeah, so three ways up, three ways down, expanding flat wave B, and of course, understandable if you get wave C. But guess what? You're starting corrective here, which is not really good chart and safe. So you start with an expanding flat on the daily. So this can be, of course, your 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5, which it might be go higher. But even I still doubt it a little bit, unless, of course, you break the 1 to 1. Oh, and here we go. You hit exactly the 1.618 and you drop down somehow. So be careful with it. And it is impulsive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so be careful with this one. Okay, not so much recommended, of course. Let's see TRX for Tron. Hello, Ted. How you doing? Uxi and Nuna. Nice to see all of you guys. Thank you so much for the Bitcoin analysis. Sincerely appreciate it. You're very welcome. And Tia. All right, we can see Tia. Dot. Okay, which yes, I think did we saw Dot yesterday or we saw CRV? I think yes. Looking for exit moment. Okay. Yes, we'll see. Hello, Ted. Hello, buddy. All right, guys. So TRX, USD. Let's see what's going on with Tron. I mean, Tron is a good coin. Don't forget that it is a network and it's a fast network, and I would say also cheap network. Yeah, so the fees are very low when you use Tron, right? So it's interesting. And this coin is sustainable, right? It is sustaining the move toward the upside here, where we are looking potentially for, in case you are in a wave A, B, and you're looking for a wave C, very likely that you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. So if this is still your wave 4 unfolding there, it's fine. It still can be because you still have a gap here, very wide range. So if you take the line taken from the highs here, you still have a wide gap for a wave 4 almost. Now, preferably, of course, the wave 4 as a target here in a diagonal, wave 4 as diagonal to hit this area, the green area. And that's why I think if this wave 4 is still unfolding there, it might be very likely, because you didn't hit the common target, it can be very likely, of course, that to come to this area before continuation, meaning 4 and a 5 toward the upside, somehow like that. And this diagonal, of course, might be what is going on here, and that because, of course, you are in zigzags, correction, another zigzag, correction, another zigzag. So we might see, of course, an impulse correction, impulse toward the upside here. Okay, so if we dive a little bit inside it on the daily here, okay, we were counting an impulse. Obviously, it is where you have 1, 2, 3. Okay, but we got invalidation. Currently, we got invalidation, which is not really good signal, and that means, of course, guess what? We're looking for this wave 4. You got the A, you got the 3 waves B, and you're looking for a wave C toward the downside for a wave 4. Targets are given inside the blue box, and from there we move up again, potentially for a wave 5. Yep, so very clear for Tron. Hello, Thomas. KG, can you please have a look at AR? Okay, we're gonna see AR. Okay, so let's see BONK, guys. 38 minute. So that is regarding Tron. Very likely we take the wave 4 as diagonal. We are with BONK here. Okay. Okay, so for BONK, let me check also the daily first. There you go. So for the daily, we have 3 waves up as a wave A, wave B, wave C, of course, for higher still. The timing here, I think taken, yes, for an ABC is perfectly taken. So I think, guys, here you might start to see also something for higher, but I think that we still need to finish this structure with one more low, the same as for the other coin from yesterday. So if this is kind of like ABC in WX and a Y, here we go, can be there, but I believe that even the wave Y still need to finish here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, diagonal or something for lower. Okay, so I think one more low is still very likely. Otherwise, we get, of course, a wave C here. The wave C might be, of course, kind of like, yeah, much more like a diagonal. If this is, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning, of course, looking for lower. Another possibility is that you might have, sorry guys, 1 second. Yes, back. We might have a WX and a Y, right? A WX and a Y finished can be, and you're looking here for something for higher. But this something for higher has to be given first as confirmation there, confirmation for higher prices. Once you get it, once you get this, that means you get out of any corrective wave as, for example, triangle or something for lower as impulsive and so on. Once you take this, you make sure, okay, we're ready for higher here, something for higher. Why something? Because, of course, it can be three waves or it can be an impulse for a new high. Now, three ways, you want to break some interesting levels, and especially if you take the high, for example, here, okay, this is a signal of strength. Obviously, we move towards the upside. Okay, and it might be your wave B finished there, and you're looking for a wave C. Okay, so this is what it might be the things. Ayub, can you see my message? Did you wrote before? No, buddy. I couldn't see anything from you before. Sorry, buddy. And I'm checking right now. So, no. Um, yep. So let's see what is next. So that was for BONK. BONK might, of course, move, but be careful from the one more low, guys. But the things again, I start to smell a bottom there, something to reverse. It's not very bullish. It's not a bull run yet, but it might be, of course, a very strong reversal, right? And I start to smell something for bullish there. So mostly for the crypto market, not just like some coins. So Dash here, for Dash, we are looking. I mean, it has been a while, a long time that we're talking bearish, guys, and well, we get all the criticism during the bearish market. I get it all. I get all the negativity during the bear market in the channel and in the comments. But yeah, guys, I mean, we have to be patient, and the things might start to unfold. Okay, so this is the idea. So basically in Dash, it's very interesting what we have here. Now it can be, of course, a wave 4 finished there for diagonal, so be careful with a wave A. But also it can be an extension here for the diagonal, can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 still unfolding downward in case we are bearish. But in case we are bullish here, you have finished probably can be an A, B, and a C here, because this looks like kind of like an impulse finished. But the problem with it, if this is an impulse finished over there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then A, B, and a C expanding flat, which is not really looking nice here to say like it is very bullish. Yeah, so you have three ways down, three ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this wave 5, let's say it is somewhere finished here, even. It can be diagonal, it can be an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. In both case scenario, very likely that this structure has finished somewhere here, whether in an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or in a kind of a diagonal. And then you have 1, 2, 3, or ABC. Then ABC down, taking the low again, which is very corrective, and then you get a wave C towards the upside. Now this wave C, horrible again, three waves, right, from the low. You start with three waves up. You don't have really clear impulse upward there. So we gotta be careful from the W, X, and a Y again, okay? We have to be careful from it. Yeah, so 4 hours chart, let me check this internally. Where is the bottom here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, as I mentioned. So it is three waves, guys. it is 3 waves. So I believe this structure is 3 waves there, 3 waves down, and we're looking for something higher. Now, obviously as well, that this here, whether you want to count it 1 2 1 2, or you have to count it, of course, as an ABC as well, because this is can be a zigzag. You have a very long structure here, which it might be a separation between ABC, yeah, and you have 1 2 and wave 3 4 and a 5 to finish over there, meaning can, yes, have one more high. But we gotta be careful how we make sure we are bullish for dash, like bullish meaning moving to something really high here. You want to simply see continuation toward the upside by breaking this high first as a signal of strength. So this confirmation for higher definitely. And you would like to see like 1 2 3 4 and a 5, something like this. If we get this, if we get a very strong wave 4 and a 5, like the correction, if we get it as 3 waves or triangle here, okay, we move for higher. Now, while we move for higher, of course, you make your entry, your risk management, again, strategy, but this is very essential to be broken for a new high there, 1,700. Yeah, so be careful. The things are nice to see, of course, this pump on Dash, which is one of the most or better performers between ZEC and Monero, right? This is one of the best right now, and yeah, the things are looking good on it. But we need to keep watching it, yeah. So and always, yeah, have a strategy and a plan for it. Ace or Aster. Okay. I think we never did this before. I need the all-time history. Do we have crypto.com? No. I don't know. Maybe then trying to check which one it might be the all-time history. Okay. Binance is very new. Okay, okay, it looks like even it is a very new one, and that's why I never heard in it. And of course, is very dangerous, guys. This is not that is nothing even to analyze here. That is nothing to analyze, guys. All right, so I'm very sorry for this one. Phil at 47. All right, Phil USD. Okay, for this one, we have an A, B, and a C downward. Okay, we got even a stronger wave C, finished in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 1 to 1 fib level. And it's time to move up, I think. But the problem is that the wave 5, it doesn't look finished yet, unless, of course, it is W, X, and a Y, guys. This can be a clear zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. So it is several zigzags here in 3 ways finishing, and we pump upward. Now, during this pump toward the upside, well, yes, you can call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we call this a wave 1, 2? Well, yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. You can 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 5 ways down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Very interesting, because even, okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So this can be a wave 4 there. But what it is scary here is that this move downward, it is 5 ways diagonal. So we gotta be careful with it, okay, as well. So this is a diagonal, and that means, yeah, we might dive a little bit deeper here. ABC. All right, so we have to be careful with it, meaning deeper wave 4. Now, I cannot really give invalidation, it's gone. So what you have to be careful with it is that you are in a diagonal. You might get a retracement, but it might move down, right? It doesn't make sense here to wait for invalidation, so be careful. I believe when this happened, if you could take this trade somehow when you got confirmation there, I believe your profit should be there, okay? Should be already taken somewhere. okay, or at least after dropping here impulsively in this candle, at least. So I mean, this is a very nice trade here, right? So yeah, this is the thing. All right, KSM. For KSM, we have 49.30. So yeah, be careful with this one. Yeah, it might drop down further. KSM USD. All right. Thomas, ASTER is a new one. Yes, obviously it is. And yeah, I'm not trusted at all. And anyway, the chart is so bad. Ayub, my message is getting deleted. As this is automatically by brother, because you use some words which are restricted just for scammers. All right, try to figure it out which word you are using, and your message is getting retracted. Okay, so this is the problem, definitely. All right. Okay, guys. So let's continue. We are in KSM KUSAMA. Oh, I think this is the same one here, right? KSM, right? Yes, KUSAMA. Here we go. So I think we already analyzed this one. Yeah. But I think here in KUSAMA USD crypto. Oh, I should write KSM then. Okay, so Discord, please always abbreviation is better, and rather than just the name, because I don't know the abbreviation of it. So because right now with the abbreviation, I found this, which is all-time history, which it looks totally different than what we saw over there. So basically, here you might have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Well, it's not really nice as an impulse. It looks for me much more like a zigzag. Why? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave B, very short and shallow. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is a 3 waves, guys. It's not an impulse, but still okay. Why? Because you move toward the upside. The direction is upward. And you got your correction downward already. So you have kind of like an ABC very clearly here. Or you have, of course, a W, X, and a Y. And this wave Y, of course, can be anything else, right? So it can be a three-wave structure upward. So what you have here also is an impulse, wave A, B, and potentially wave C. Be careful also from ending diagonal possibility, because you might still need one more low. You need to finish here kind of like after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish it. Yeah, so be careful so much with this one, as well. But it is very, very close for a low, yes. Okay, for a bottom, if this happens, right? Internally on the 4 hours chart here, well, yes, I mean, on the 4 hour chart, I think we saw this already. But it can be here, of course, something like a 1, 2, but what I don't like is the 3 waves. We already analyzed this, yeah? So we gotta be careful from the W, X, and a Y, and then dropping down, as I mentioned on the daily as well, that it might get one more low. Okay, so yeah, so this is for KUSAMA or KSM. Okay, let's see the next one, ADA. Let's see ADA. For ADA, we're looking here at a 53-minute 30 at ADA. USD, Cardano. So basically, what do we have here? For ADA is A, B, and a C, 3 ways up. Toward the upside, of course, finished wave A as well. We have kind of like an impulse downward, right? So, but obviously that it might not be the case, because an impulse, of course, require lower, very likely to be in WX and Y. And you got, of course, here kind of something corrective. I doubt that we're gonna take the low, right? I doubt it. But obviously that this thing has to be finished somewhere with more time probably here. And of course, there is nothing bullish anymore. Yeah. So if we were looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, no invalidation, the invalidation was taken during the wick directly in few seconds. So all of this is finishing here as kind of like an ABC, and this wave C has to finish kind of like a diagonal in case that it is a diagonal, but very likely as well to finish here in potential W, X, and a Y small one. So this one. Meaning it can be that you might finish here after the W, the X, you might have kind of like a zigzag. If you want to take the wick with it, it can be also, but something like this. Meaning you might move up a little bit and then drop down again. Therefore, we gotta be careful on the lower time frame. You might have, again, you have 3 waves. This is a problem, guys, right? You have, even if you want to count a 1, 2 here, you cannot. Yeah, it is 3 waves, very clear 3 waves. And then we drop down. Now, currently you move somehow impulsively. Yes, very likely it can be simply 3 waves up like that. And that because it's gonna need time, right? It's gonna need time to finish this wave Y. After 3 waves up, you move down. You take the time, you take wave A and wave C, and we get a bottom and we start the bull run. Okay, so very likely that it might happen in this way, guys. Okay, and that's why I don't call yet a bullish scenario. Confirmation for higher is very, very far, guys, right? So you need the ABC to be broken here and continuation for higher for a new all-time high, of course. Yep. So the new all-time high anyway is very far. I don't know. ADA is outperforming. Yeah, not really nice. But yeah, still can of course rebound for higher in the next phase right now. 56-minute 30 for algo. Okay, this one is Algorand. All right. Yeah, I remember this one. You always ask for it, and I don't like it because, of course, it's not looking a good chart. Even I didn't mark it because where we did the analysis before. Okay, no problem. We can just do it again. All right. So for Algorand on crypto.com here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 probably unfolding as diagonal. This is your first scenario. Okay. So here we go. What's going on with trading? Here we go. So it might be also a different possibility here as an A, B, and a C, which is also very bearish, and that's why I don't like it. Right? So you have diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You drop down for a new low. You have 3 ways down for a wave A, 3 ways up for a wave B. You're looking for something as a wave C, which is very, very bearish, right? Can be a diagonal. It can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, even for lower prices. So you gotta be careful with it. Now, the bullish scenario is an ABC finish there, and you move 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 toward the upside. To start to think about it, about this scenario, which it might be bullish, is confirmation for higher prices over there. Meaning you would like to see a really nice rebound here as a wave 3, 4, and a 5. And then we start to think, okay, we move higher, we finish 3 waves here. But the problem you would like to see, of course, yeah, continuation. And the problem also was this, yeah, so you cannot count an impulse here, 1, 2. This is 1, maybe ABC or WX and a Y here, very sideways, and then moving for higher. Okay, so 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 3 ways down, WX and a Y, you move for higher. Okay, WX and a Y, in case we finished. On the lower time frame, you might rebound. Yes, again, you might rebound. Interesting here that we have kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you count it really nicely internally, you will see that this is your impulse. I'm gonna go in the 1 hour chart here. So you have clearly that this is your impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that makes it ABC. So you gotta be careful. Okay. Not yet really bullish. It might rebound simply for a rally. Yeah, it's a rally. Okay. XVG, we are at 1 hour exactly. Okay, so XVG here, USD, Verge. Okay, we did this before. Okay, not bad, not bad one. Obviously, we have a direction for the market. We have a wave A. We have clearly a very sideways triangle here, which is very close to be done and finished, by the way. So if this is an A, B, C, D, and an E, because you took the low and it looks like kind of like a zigzag with this wick, you might be ready to move for higher. Is it the scenario here? Let's see. Well, we cannot see anything. Let's move. Nice. That looks nice. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, like a leading diagonal here. You have the wave 4 interfering, which is good. So it can be considered as 1, 2 here. Yes, it can be considered as a 1, 2, knowing that wave 2 is very long, but still okay. But yeah, because it is very long, and also, by the way, here a lot of overlaps, but still can be kind of like leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, it can be even like this because you took the high and the wave 5 shorter than wave 3, wave 1 longer than wave 3, so everything is fine. And this can be a double 1, 2 right now. It can be 1, 2, 1, 2, unless we continue the drop. Now, currently, you see kind of like an impulse, so be careful as well with it. You see 1, 2, 3, potentially wave 4 and a 5. So if you take the low here, this is your confirmation for lower because it might be transformed to an impulse, confirmation for lower here. But if you take the high, so that is a nice trade right now because you're ranging between very close key levels here. This is confirmation for higher. And that means, of course, you finish here 5 ways up, 3 ways down, you take the high, perfect. All right, you take the high from here, that's nice. Again, it made another 5 ways up. Currently, if it keeps it as 3 ways down and we take the high, that's good. But if you continue lower here, you confirm kind of like an impulse. When you confirm an impulse, meaning, okay, the direction move down again. Now, it can be a zigzag later on, but you're gonna drop for lower. Okay, we take it later. But this is a thing. Nice one, not bad. So if you have realized between yesterday analysis and today for the crypto market, we have touched some higher prices rebound, right? And of course, from yesterday we're talking. From yesterday we were still in the low, and today we saw some higher rebounds as expected yesterday as well. So very nice. The things might rebound. This is what we would like to see. Okay, all of this is out. We are in VeChain in VET here. So on the daily for VET, we're looking here for a potential W or a wave A after 3 ways up, right? We have 3 ways up. Nothing is impulsive. And we see, of course, kind of like very complex structure. W, X, and Y can be. Now, you got an impulse after it, but also, yeah, you got a low without finishing an impulse there. Meaning we have finished probably the ABC over there. And a wave 2 can be done there. Is it done and finished as structural? Well, can take a little bit, one more low. Probably yes, of course, because you need here like a 3 ways down. You have the triangle kind of like A, B, C, D, and an E. You move 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So preferably to see something as a wave 5 without taking the low, it doesn't matter. Because it's going to be truncated. After this wick, don't expect that we're gonna take the low. It's gonna be truncated, and truncation meaning finishing 5 waves, failing to take the low, meaning a reversal for the market, and this is gonna be our bull run. And for most of the crypto, yeah, probably. Marian, hello, buddy. Sol, all right, we can choose Sol. Okay, welcome, Marianne or Marian, I think, right? You're very welcome. It's the first time I see you here. It's the first time I read your name. Very welcome. All right, so we'll see what's gonna happen for VeChain. Now let me check, of course, the lower time frame as well. So you can see here on the lower time frame we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but your wave 4 interfere with the zone 1. Basically, this is a zigzag. Okay, so it's an A, B, and a C. Obviously, your wave C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning 3 waves. And when we are 3 waves, well, we have to be precautious. Nothing is really yet bullish, right? Now, if this is a 3 waves, meaning it can be simply a regular flat here. If a regular flat will break the 1-to-1 fib level for a wave C in a regular flat here, which is very high, that might be your bullish scenario. Bullish meaning, again, when I say bullish, it means we're looking for new all-time high. If we break here, yes, we're moving very high. Okay, if we break the 1. But I doubt it because of the 3-wave structure. Again, on the micro level. Yes, Marian, nice to see you here. Okay, guys, so this is VeChain. All right, so for VeChain, we're still looking for higher rebound, but not yet confirmed, of course, as bullish or as a new all-time high. We're simply gonna see higher prices. 1-to-1 fib level is to be watched. POL, Polygon, all right, which is Matic, I think, as well. I think we have Matic, probably, yes, here we go. Okay, for Matic, what happened since this last drop? We need, of course, to update here. So probably the wave C not finished. Probably as well the wave B not finished. Okay. If we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, let me check all-time history. 1, 2, 3, wave 4. Okay, yes, it might still be a wave 4. Okay. I doubt that this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 downward, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Very likely you are in the wave A, B, and a C. Now, if a wave C is unfolding there, it was supposed to move for higher. And if you are in A, B, and a C, it was supposed to be done and finished there. So very scary a little bit for Matic, but and we're still looking for lower. Therefore, I think that this is going very complex here. So none of these scenarios is unfolding right now. Not an ABC and not a 1-2. It is a very complex W, X, and you're looking for a wave Y. Now this wave Y is gonna be also complex a little bit, but I think it is an A, B, and a C internally. The wave C is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And that's why, of course, you're still looking potentially here for a diagonal to be done and finished. And I think this diagonal, one more low, can be finished somehow. I don't like it so much, of course, because it looks like a little bit expanding, but I think one more low can be taken. Let's get more answers inside it on the micro level. Well, since that low here, we didn't saw anything really strong. I just want to check something. This is a wick that we got? One moment. 14. I think something is wrong with the chart here. I think this is Tuesday, 14 October. Yeah, I realized why this has stopped there since the wick. What is that? Crypto.com? Did they delist it? I think they delisted Matic, and that's why it has stopped in 14 October. All right, guys, we need to change the chart here. It looks like crypto.com delist Matic. That's interesting. Or maybe they delist Matic itself, but they still have Polygon. Maybe that is a thing. But even for Polygon, there is no crypto.com. Okay. Only for USDT. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, more price here. 25 also November. Yeah, it looks like also the USDT is delisted. Polygon USDT, it means for future. The spot, they removed it before and the future after on 25. Okay, forget about crypto.com then for Polygon. Let's see Coinbase. Okay, this one, oh no, sorry, this one is the right one. Yes, this one is the right one. Sorry, guys, I'm also lost a little bit, but I think yeah, the spot was removed by or stopped before here. It was stopped somewhere here, and I was like wondering why that is just a little bit price after the strong wick here. So yeah, here we go with Matic here. It took already the low. What I was saying already from here, it took the low that I'm talking about. So I think what's going on here in the we don't have all-time histories. This is a problem as well. But this is kind of like, yeah, it's gonna finish the structure, I believe, very soon. One more low for Polygon here. And I think we need to find a good chart with all-time history. Maybe Binance. Also not. I don't know what's maybe because they delist Matic and they put Polygon, and I think this is the problem why we don't find the all-time history anymore. But this is very problematic. Let me check Coinbase also. Yeah, as you can see, everything was POLUSD is a new chart, but this is horrible. So now we cannot have both. I mean, the all-time history. We need an active one. So Matic, USD. Let's see this one. This is from. Ah, yeah. This one is. Yeah, this one is. Okay, let me mark it as red. Here we go. So from now on, we take capital.com for Matic. Well, at least we know that this is an impulse or potential wave A here. If we're looking for a wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But yeah, so this correction from there is going very complex, meaning this is your W and X. Yeah, X and a wave Y. And I think the wave 1 is this is your wave 5 here. Yeah, so this is a wave 5 diagonal. Yeah, so that's why. Sorry, very complex with Polygon or Matic here, what they did, the platforms. But yeah, what we can do, we have to adapt. Yeah, ABC. All right, yes. So this is what I'm looking, ABC for. Okay, I'm looking here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave C in a wave Y. So in a big A, B, and a C, there you go. To finish a wave Y, to finish a wave 2. So probably one more low, I would say, is very likely for Matic, okay? And internally here, yeah, nothing really yet impulsive. I think this what is going on here, because of course you cannot take it as diagonal. Um, Yeah, I mean, it can be probably, but yeah, we have to check, of course. This can be a diagonal. Let me check if it is, by the way. Is the wave 5 shorter? Well, yes, it is shorter. Yes, definitely it is diagonal. Okay, so we have a diagonal here. Very nice. It can be the low, maybe, but to confirm it, as a low, you want to take this high, guys. Okay, this is your confirmation for higher. Okay, and that means if you are looking here for something as a 1, 2, and wave 3 unfinished 4 and a 5, you would like to see it breaking it. Okay, so if we break this as an impulse upward, that's a good signal. Of course, we're gonna rebound a little bit, but you're gonna get wave 2 and then starting the bull run in case it's gonna move up. All right, so we'll see. We'll see, guys. But if we stay below here, we might drop down again. But I think currently we're moving higher, guys. Nuna, hi KG. Question, please. When you do TIA, my question is it forming wave 4? Thank you. All right. Or you mean wave 5? Anyway, yes, we're gonna mention what's gonna be there. All right. For AVAX at 1 hour 15 minute 30. Right. AVAX. So before going into the micro, let's see also the macro level. So basically in AVAX, we might be in this triangle, guys. Okay, so we might be in this triangle. Even the wick didn't took the low, it took the 886 here with a gap, which it is kind of a signal that you might be in clearly an A, B, C, D, and an E. And if we are in a formation of a wave E here, after a wave D finished, be careful because the wave E can be an ABC zigzag. And this might be the case. If we dive inside it, and in case that you finished here a potential impulse as well, in different scenario, of course, if you have like ABC or 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished over there, truncated, can be, but I prefer here the triangle. I prefer to talk about, of course, the ABC guys. A, B, and a C. This is the most preferable one for wave E. Currently on the lower time frame, this is impulsive 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but you got invalidation. Be careful. But it can be that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but yeah, very shallow. Wave 4, 4, or wave 2, no alternation so much. But if this is 1, 2, 1, 2, well, okay, you might move for higher. If we take this high, this is confirmation for higher as well. Now, how much higher? Well, it depends. Be careful because it might go a little bit. It can be like formation of 5 waves, but yeah, or something like W, X, and Y can even go higher. But if you see kind of like an impulse, okay, that is a very nice signal, right? So this is exactly what we would like to see, especially if you are in ABC here. So to be watched as well as a target here, the 1-to-1 taken from the A to the B to the C. This 1-to-1 fib level, which is still gonna be, of course, lower than the wave D, right? Wave C, sorry, this one. So after this, well, we might unfold something for lower. Now, different scenario which is bullish because of course wave E upward mean you move down, is that you finished a wave A or a wave 1. You finish 3 waves down in W, X, and Y for a wave C or ABC, and you move simply higher. Confirmation for this already given. Invalidation of triangle, meaning we need to remove the priority, which is a triangle, by invalidation, and then calling, of course, something to 158. So from the 66, if taken $66, yes, you can jump for 160. Which is very interesting as well. Okay, let's see TIA at 1 hour 19. TIA, what is TIA? Ah, Celestia. I thought Tiamo. Tiamo, guys. All right, so for crypto.com, TIA, maybe we did it before. Okay, that's so bad. That's so bad. TIA, USD. Maybe I'm mistaken. This is not the all-time history. Doch. Yes, it is. What can I say, guys? Not recommended at all. Okay, not recommended at all. And for who asked for me, is it a wave 4 or a wave 5? Yes, definitely it might be. But don't forget, you have two scenarios, two possibilities. But I don't see a finished structure unless you are in three waves here, W, X, and a Y. But if we want answers, we have to dive in the micro level. Okay, interesting as well. You have 5 ways up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can be a leading diagonal, impulse even, no interfering with zone 1, which is very interesting. But just let me check. Let me recheck. 1 second, guys. No. It's a 3 waves. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse here. Sorry. This is a 3 ways up. Okay. Now, if you want to consider this is a zigzag, another zigzag, another can be also. Yeah, so it has two faces here. Incredible. It has two faces, honestly. It can be also leading the wait. I'm so lost. Yeah, no, you cannot. Sorry. Final decision. Sorry, guys. Final decision. Because of course we need wave 4 to interfere with the zone 1. Yeah, and this doesn't work here. So you have 3 ways up. Okay, final decision. It is a 3 waves up, and we're looking at a zigzag here, zigzag down, and you're looking for a zigzag up. And that means, of course, if you're looking for a potential rebound here, now how much high it's gonna be? Well, I'm not sure if we can take the wick based on the fib levels here, because this is gonna be very high, like very big zigzag. Can be, nobody knows, but it's very risky to give such a thing. It's gambling here. So what I think that it might happen, of course, something higher, but to be really be in a bullish here, you would like to see after a 3 ways up here, you would like to see kind of like 4-5. If this happens, okay, we might turn bullish, but be careful with it. Be careful, because you have also a scenario of A, B, and a C here, which it can be bullish, okay? But since you took the low, you might be also in a 1, 2, 3. You can be in this wave 4 and a 5, okay? This wave 4, as you mentioned, also if it is a wave 4, it is a wave 4 for two scenarios, whether an impulse or diagonal. So by all means, if the rebound is gonna be strong for a wave 4, somehow like this, which I think it can happen, like ABC, you still can be here in a diagonal. Even you need, anyway, to invalidate the bearish here, you need invalidation of bearish taken here with the zone 1 at 3.67. So you cannot think bullish before you break this level here. When you are under this level, you have, it's gonna be bearish. So be careful with this one. Not recommended. My allergy for dot. Let's see again if there is. I think there is some pumps here. Well, it's almost the same like all the crypto market, but you're still in 3 ways. So currently, guys, if you want to survive this complex structure after this week, always look at this, what happened here. If you have something impulsive, it can be something higher. If you have 3 ways, well, you gotta be careful, okay? So it might be, again, a regular flat, 3 ways up, 3 ways down, you move for a wave C, you drop down. Again, it's very risky as well to take a target from the wick there, because if I take the wick, that means I'm giving an opposite wick again. Sorry. I'm giving an opposite wick, which is not logical. Okay, it's or risky, I would say, very risky. Now, if it happens, it can happen, guys. If this happens anyway, I don't need the one-to-one fib level to call a bullish scenario here. It can be simply by taking this high, and that means, of course, confirmation for higher. But why I'm saying this is risky? Because I believe that the wave C can be short in a diagonal and then boom, even without taking the confirmation for higher. So yeah, to be watched, of course, these levels as well. Okay, for dot. Now in a all-time history, dot is horrible. Yeah, so we got an impulse in the beginning as a wave A or a wave 1, and guess what? You take the low here, meaning all what have started in the beginning with this project, they all sold. That's horrible. But yeah, it still can be a finished W, X, and a Y here. 3 waves. Still not nice chart. Yo, Solitarios. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. Yep. So, you're very welcome, Nuna. All right. For AR, we have 1 hour, 25 minutes. AR, R-weave. Okay. I think we did this before, right? Yes. So let's start on the all-time history as well. We have a wave 1 or a wave A, B, and we're looking probably for a longer wave 2 or wave B here. Yeah, so we got kind of even again, W, X, and a Y very likely. Yeah, so in a wave 2 or a wave B. Why W, X, and a Y? Because you might have finished 3 waves probably. Before diving with a micro, let me check because I see a very strong bounce there. Even another wick. Yeah, this is what I was saying before. It's a little bit dangerous, but still can be. So yeah, we see something moving for higher impulsively here. And yeah, but still kind of like 3 waves up here. A, B, and a C. And you have like 5 waves impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C with a long wave A, B, and a C short. Then 3 waves down, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Now, if is the wave 5 going to be extended? Well, yeah, probably it can, but in confluence, if you want to have some confluence for a wave 5, oh, I think this is going to be your blue box. So be careful. You might not take the 1-to-1 flip level, and the market loves to do it, especially when you are in 3 waves here. So gotta be careful. Yeah, so what does it mean in a bigger view here? Yeah, if this happens, if we rebound down, you might still be in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 because you didn't get invalidation. Be careful. If this is an impulse unfolding, can be even 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished, and it can be also ABC, and then you drop down again for another leg. Or simply finished ABC, impulse downward, and we move upward. Okay, so there is a lot of possibilities. Only one thing can really confirm it. First, a decisive breakout confirmation for higher, which is it was very close. It was. Be careful. Plus, you would like to see those level broken. So this area is very important to be broken, yeah, to call a bullish scenario, meaning new all-time high. Okay, if we stay below this price here, which is 9.32, if the price stays below it, we still move downward. If we break it and we break these levels, especially the 1-to-1 here, okay, something is bullish. A, B, and a C toward the upside. That is our signal. Yes, we cannot say from now, I'm sorry guys, I cannot say that yes, it is bullish, we're gonna move for higher, for new all-time high. But I believe we're moving higher prices, yes. Already mentioned also yesterday for the market. And this is exactly what's gonna happen. But for the all-time high, it's too early to call, honestly. Too early to call. Otherwise, I would be lying on you here. So Solana USD, for Solana, we are looking at the daily as well, of course. Now for Solana, if you remember, of course, we still need to finish those 3 waves. Okay, Why? Because if you are in 1, 2, wave 1, again, after an impulse, you're looking for a wave 2, 0.38, and then moving up. If you are in a leading diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, also wave 4 has to be 3 waves down and then moving up. Okay. Finally, if you are in A, B, and a C toward the upside, also the wave B, of course, has to be 3 waves down. And therefore, of course, from here it comes the idea, of course, that we might move down, unless, of course, we have one more opportunity for Solana, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal, and you're still in a wave 2. To be tested is this area. Currently, what we are facing with Solana is a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the downside, which it might still be, of course, unfolding something for lower, and especially after having here an impulse, 1, 2, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, yes, and then ABC. Now, taking the high is very interesting. If you take this high, it's going to be confirmation for higher, maybe directly and maybe not, because 1, 2, 1, 2, and wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Or you are in diagonal, and here where it comes the maybe not, maybe taking the confirmation for higher and dropping down directly. But guess what? You will get higher later on, because it's going to be 1, leading diagonal, wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. Still, if you are still below this price, 164, you're still looking for lower. But we're very close. We're very close. So to be watched. Just put your alarms, guys. And we'll see what's going to happen. But very likely that we drop. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, wave 4, wave 5. Don't forget the invalidation. It's true that we might move higher. Again, I always repeat. It's true that we move higher as a rebound, as a rally, not as a bullish or bull run. Okay? Because bull run, we're talking new all-time high. Invalidation of bearish has to be taken, okay, before thinking about a bull run. Cyprian, I'm good, buddy. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well and that you are enjoying your weekend, guys. So that was it for today for our live stream for the special request. I hope that you enjoyed it, guys, and glad to see you. I wish you to have a good rest of the weekend, and of course, see you in the next one.